So I come here to the FFCA, the Fired Football Coaches Association. I got everybody coming in here. I hear this knocking on the door, and it's Vontaze Burfict. What the heck are you doing? How'd you find me down here? What the hell, huh?
So how did I find you?
Now, what are you doing here?
Well, Coach, I wanted to get into coaching, so I figured I got to call you. And we always been, communicating since, I've been retired, you want to say. You've been a good mentor for me, so I just want to reach out to you and let you know, hey, I want to coach, and I figured if I come to you, you'll, introduce me and how to coach and what to do and how to, coach players.
A lot of people don't understand you. A lot of people misunderstand you. There's a certain image out there that you're a bad boy. You're a big hitting, on the edge, bad dude. Tell me about Vontaze Burfict. What do you want people to know about you, really?
Yeah, within the lines, I'm gonna bust your ass. That's my job. I'm a linebacker. Off the field, I'm a dad. Got 4 or 5 daughters. Enjoy cooking. Enjoy playing video games. Like I said, I wanted to get into coaching. I've had a long 5-6 years that I haven't played football, and just to think about a lot of my mistakes, who made me who I am now. But I'm just so excited for what's ahead of me, and I just feel like I have a lot to bring to the table of football because of my knowledge and my mentorships, the coaches I've had, the teammates I've had, the leaders I've had, and I think I have a lot to bring to either high school, college, or NFL.
No doubt. I'd love to have you on my staff as a linebacker coach. What is it about football, first of all, that you love? What do you love about it?
I think I love the strategy of bringing up a strategy all week and then executing it on Sunday or Saturday, whatever the game is. It's just like practicing for a test, and then you go out and execute it and make sure you ace it, and then being competitive. And then the reason why I want to coach is I'm not sure what level I want to coach at, but I want to get kids to the NFL. Maybe like you said, maybe it's not the NFL, but I want to get kids to the NFL just to, because I've made it through the back door, and I feel like if I can get through the back door, I can get you to the front.
Usually those are the guys that make great coaches. A lot of guys that are first-round picks, top of the food chain, it comes easy to them. They got a lot of talent. You weren't even drafted. You were pissed off. You came into the league with a big chip on your shoulder. But you were a great communicator, great instincts, and you had great preparation. And those are the traits I think of coaching.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that coaching, it's a lot of long hours, man. Are you willing and wanting to do that?
I'm willing to do it because I love football still. I wish I can still play today. But since I can't, I wish, I'm going to pass it along to somebody else. And I'm willing to do the time, willing to do the hours because I want to see it on the field, you know what I mean? And like I said, I can't play no more. My body's a little beat up, but I'm willing to give that energy to a whole team. Like I played, I coached with Marvin in it's the college All-Star game in Pasadena. I coached that with Marvin. And I was excited all game. I felt like I was playing. And I just I'm sweating on the sideline like I'm coaching. So I just was like, yeah, I think I enjoy coaching.
As a linebacker, though, you were a coach on the field. That's why we signed you with the Raiders, is not just the playmaking, but you could wear the green dot. You could take the information, the huddle call from the sideline, and then apply it to the defense. But you're all in wanting to coach. So I'm going to make that a big deal here, man. Vontaze Burfict. You got your resume ready?
Yes, sir.
Who are some of the people you'd put on your resume, seriously, that would vouch for you?
You, Marvin, Paul Gunther, Dennis Erickson. I think he still loves me.
What about Zim?
I reached out to Zim to come to Dallas, man. He ignored my call. Still love him though. But I think Zim will still help me. I think all the coaches that I've had, bro, they don't have nothing bad to say about me.
Yeah, I know.
But
you got a great resume. Make sure you get it updated. And then we just got to practice getting on the board, communicating. And I really want to get into some of the film and just some of the things that happen. We're going to keep rolling here. I got to ask you, just to get started, as a linebacker, just give me some of the standard operating procedures that you have to have on a down-to-down basis. What are some of the things that you have to recognize and communicate?
Down and distance, personnel. Obviously, whoever their main guy is, obviously identify where he's at on the field at all times. Like when we were playing Antonio Brown, Steelers, we always had to identify where 84 is at. Le'Veon Bell, we always have to identify where the key guys are at because it's going to tell you everything, the bigger picture. Especially how the X cut split, you can tell it all before the snap.
Speaking of AB, remember when we were on Hard Knocks and AB was your teammate? We had Incognito, Burfict, Antonio Brown. Were those great days? Or
that
what?
was my funnest training camp ever. I mean, we know Antonio Brown didn't show up that much, but that was my funnest training camp. Just team-wise, and obviously, just we lived right there. The hotel was right there. The field was right there. The weight room was right there. Everything was just so perfect, bro. And
what do you remember about Antonio walking up with the same uniform on you had on?
I don't remember him walking up. I just remember like a hot air balloon or something like that.
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
like, who the fuck is that?
Unfortunately, I didn't last long, and either did either of you
Me
guys.
too.
We had a quick. It's a good thing they got it on Hard Knocks. Maybe they got some video they could show us. But
it was beautiful though, man. I think if that team would have been, we would have been Super Bowl.
Yeah, we were on our way. We were having some fun. I'm going to change my thing right here and get into some of the film I have.
We all.
But seriously, just kind of stand up for a second as an inside linebacker, and just some basic calls that you might make as a linebacker, some basic communication that takes place on a down-to-down basis.
I'm gonna go through a call just over switch check copper.
What is it? Over
Switch check copper.
Okay.
Over switch check copper. Ready? Break. All right, and we all disperse. Just identify the tight end, the Y is usually. Identify where he's at, set the front. For the D-line, left. Let's say the tight end goes left. You say left for the D-line. Get the one technique to the right, three technique to the left. The ends, obviously, you know where they go. The linebackers. When I was with the Cincinnati, the wheel would go to the strength call. The Sam would go away from the strength call. I don't know why. That was the right way they did it. And then their identification, it goes from where's the 3, where's the 2, communicate to your linebackers, and then you can ball rolling from there.
So you guys played an over defense in Cincinnati. Now, what's that called in your world?
This is over? Yeah, this is over.
Well, you got 3 stacked backers, based on the shade up front. But what is this front called in Cincinnati Bengal terminology?
That's a stack.
So can you get on the board and draw it?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's go. Just draw the over defense the way you see it. Maybe talk to me as I'm a young linebacker. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So we're going to cover 3. We're going to go to running back over here. Right call. So it's in, 3 tech, 1 tech, end. And we're stacked on that one. The safety was probably coming down over here. So these linebackers was Sam, Mike, Will. I don't know how you want to play it. The reason why we're stacked is because we're 8-man box with the safety backside. So everybody has 1 gap. So the running back is obviously on the left side. So the running back's going this way. The end has outside. This one has that gap. He has that gap. He has the A gap. This dude has that gap. This dude, this end has C gap, correct? Mm-hmm. C gap. Face up to C gap. You stack outside. Safety has pretty much. Is that correct?
You're good. All I really want to hear about is just the basic alignments of the 3 linebackers.
Stack is easy.
But you're talking. Look at me. I'm adult. I'm a freshman. I don't know diddly squat. All right. I want you to slow down. You're not talking to freaking. You're not talking to Fred Werner here. So start over.
Dude, when I was in the NFL, I was like that too. Like, bro, I don't get it, and the coach didn't slow down.
Yeah, well, slow down. Yeah, you got to slow down. You got to teach these guys.
All right, we're gonna go big. Cover 3, stack with the Y over there. Okay. Yep. Set the front with the ends.
Huddle calls what? What's this front called to you?
We're gonna go cover 3 on this one. The safety's gonna come down.
The front though. What's the front called?
Over
cover
3.
Perfect.
Yep. Safety comes down. Has the Y. Special outside. We're going to be stacked because it's covered 3. We have help with the safety, so we're going to be stacked in the box.
Stacked behind the tackles?
You stack the tackle, you stack end.
Okay, good.
And, I mean, sometimes they say if it's a really run heavy, you come and stack the end.
Now, how do you refer to these guys here, these 3 linebackers, SM and S? Are they the will? Why do you have a SMS? One of those has to be a weak
one of
back.
them will, but like
Well,
I
what
said,
the hell? You got to be technical with
Cincinnati,
it.
look it, Coach. I'm the will right here,
I know you
and
are.
they got me away from the strength. That's what I'm saying. When I was so confused.
I don't care about Cincinnati. They confuse me.
All right, we're gonna put the will right
I just
here.
want to know how the hell I'm playing an over defense.
All right, we're putting the will away.
I'm the
in
will.
my defense.
So when they break the huddle, how do I know where to line? How do we know where to
The
go?
will always go away from the strength call.
So who makes the strength call?
Mike.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Who's the Mike? You?
Yes, sir.
What do you say? Close right or
Close
something?
right or right. Either way.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know what the standard operating procedure is. When the offense comes out of the huddle and I give you, hey, over, cover 3.
Okay.
Okay? Now they come out of the huddle, what are we saying? Close
over
right?
Cover 3. Right. Or close right.
And that tells the 3 technique
Yep.
to go to the right.
Yep. They will not align until they hear you say close right or close left.
Just, what we got to do is just speak, enunciate confidently. I want over cover 3 the way you see it. Like you're talking to a freshman linebacker at ASU.
All right, so we're going to go over cover 3, coming out the huddle. We're going to go close left. And tackle, and we're still going to be in a stack because we're an 8-man box.
Okay.
All right, so safety obviously comes down to the tight end. Mm-hmm. Sam, Mike, and Will.
We're all stacked.
Yes, sir.
And who do we key? Go ahead.
The Mike will key from this box, center, guard to fullback. Mm-hmm. So it's like a little triangle, right?
Okay.
And this guy will key from here to fullback. And you're pretty much, your reads are going to be lead, boom, boom, block out, you box, send it to him. You're always the backside free guy. You're the backside free guy. You're the fast flow. You're inside.
It's pretty good, but you're dealing with a novice guy like
forgot.
that doesn't know diddly shit.
All right.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm a complete blank tape.
Okay.
So you got to teach me about cover 3, where to go when I read pass.
All right. You're the one to the flat. You're the same thing to the flat. And you're just dropping 8 to 10 inside, 8 to 10 inside.
8 to 10, like outside the hash mark? Is there
I think it's 2 yards inside the hash. Matters where the ball's at too, though.
pro hash? Is that what you're saying?
Matters where the ball's. Matters where the hash is at. Even if you're way over here on this side, the hash.
Now
is
listen, as these guys are dropping 8 to 10 yards deep, where do their eyes go?
back to the quarterback.
So show me like what you would do as you're dropping eyes back to the quarterback, as you're dropping back there.
I would literally open up my hips, boom, get to my drop, and then settle. Mm-hmm. Wait for the ball thrown.
What if a tight end hooks right over the ball?
That's 3-step drop, so you should shut it down a little bit.
Okay, good.
Shouldn't it, you know what I mean? If the quarterback is taking a 3-step drop on his back step, you should be stopped too.
Okay, good. Have a seat for a second. That's good.
I have to break it down from ground zero first, right?
Ground zero. Got to take one front, one coverage. One front, one coverage, and now start adding the variables to it. I mean, run game, pass game, weak lead, split zone, strong side, boss play to the tight end. You have so much information.
Too much.
You have way too much information. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, let me ask you this question. You're a linebacker coach, all right? I want to hear what you would say to your linebackers as you walk into the group for the first time. Hey, I hired Vontaze Burfict. He's the linebacker coach. So this is just practice for you, but let's just say there's 9 of us in here. Stand up and address the room like you're in your first meeting. What would you say to these guys?
Oh, man. All right. Start it, coach. Start it. Say, introduce myself. Go ahead. Come on.
Okay, hey, linebackers, I got to go do the scripts, get ready for practice. I want you to meet Vontaze Burfict, your linebacker coach. See ya, I got to go to work.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Vontaze Burfict. I played in the NFL for 8.5 years. Played 7 with the Bengals, 8 with the Bengals, half a year with the Raiders. Made it to the Pro Bowl. I'm really here to just help you guys with my knowledge. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, you help me out too.
Here's what I'm thinking. The coaching image of Vontaze Burfict's going to be incredible, right? First of all, what makes a great linebacker? What do the linebackers have to do to play? Number one thing we're going to do, we are going to hit.
Yes.
We're going to be physical.
Yeah.
We're going to run to the ball or I'm going to run right fucking through your ass. This is important. These are the things that I stand for.
Yeah.
What we see on film is what we coach. And these are things we're going to see on film now. We're going to know what we're doing in our coverage. We're going to be great communicators. On and on and on, the things that are very important to being a great linebacker, right? We're going to contribute on special teams, right? We're going to force fumbles, okay? And the only way to force fumbles is to get to the ball. Vontaze Burfict, we're not going to really spend a lot of time talking about how great you were. What does that help me? What does that help me get better? Hey, I'm Vontaze Burfict. I'm the Hall of Famer. I was a great player. I made 1,000 tackles. I'm Vontaze Burfict. That doesn't help me, right? I'm going to teach you. If you don't have any questions, okay, I'm not doing a very good job of coaching. And don't be shy. Ask some questions in here. Learn how to study tape. Let me ask you this question. Studying tape. Nobody did it better than you.
Man.
A lot of guys, look at me, they sit here like this.
Don't know what?
When you study tape, tell me 2 or 3 things that you were specifically studying.
Like I said, always down the distance for me. Down the distance, because usually the offensive coordinator is going to run the same plays on down the distance. And then, like I said, it's formation tendencies for me.
Okay, good. Personnel groups. What if we're in nickel? What if we're in base? Right? What about line splits? Do you look at line splits? You read stances?
Sometimes. It matters if we see it on film. When we played the Steelers, the dude, I forget his name.
Doesn't matter.
He's long, and his left foot's always back and pass. So there was tendencies for us, but not every team.
Okay. But anyways, did you have a rhythm to your schedule? Did you do certain things on Monday? Tuesday, Wednesday, your eyes were at certain places, every red zone, short yardage, goal line, blitz situations. Am I right? 2-minute drill.
Yes,
so my point is, write it down. I got to come up with a routine, man, for my linebackers. And my installation, I got to be ready to roll, right?
Yeah.
So, think about that. The other thing is drills. Are you going to be able to give us some drills? Or are you just going to say, hey, man, I was Vontaze Burfict.
I used to not. I got some drills.
I want to get into some drills.
Some drills.
Make a note of drill book.
I got some drills. That's what I did so good at that All-Star game.
Yeah. I'm sure you did. But every drill is based on 2 things, I think. What happens the most in a game? Our drill work has to represent that, right? And then what does this kid need to work on?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
We're not going to just have stupid drills that are conditioning drills. That's why we have a strength coach, right? But my point to you is we got to develop a film study routine, right? And learn how to study tape. Hey, study the inside run reel. Study the outside run reel, right? Study the no back reel. As soon as an offense comes out in an empty formation, no backs, what are you thinking? What can you do?
Pass back up.
Well, certain things click in, right?
Yeah, of course.
So anyways, stand up again. Introduce yourself. I'm a linebacker. These guys are all linebackers. We're all just sitting in here. We're at Arizona State. You're the new linebacker coach. I'm sitting here like this, okay? What are you going to say? Come on, walk in. First meeting, what are you going to say?
I'm going to introduce myself. Hey,
what if I'm sitting over like this? What are you going to say?
Wake the fuck up!
Okay, good.
There we go, baby. I'm not going to say it like that, though. All right, but I'm Vontaze Burfict, guys. I played in the NFL for multiple years. I'm your new coach. I want you guys to. I have a lot of demands. Okay, I want you guys to run to the ball, hit like a motherfucker, communicate, get the ball out, create turnovers, no excuses, and.
Anyways, you're on the right track.
Okay.
I'm
gonna study this.
The other thing is, no, you got to come up with who you are, what you want as
You
a coach.
got it right on point.
And then, you have to learn from me, Vontaze Burfict. You have to tackle with the fundamentals that don't include your face. Okay. You keep your helmet out of tackling. Yeah, and if anybody can speak to young linebackers about player safety, it's you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And that's a big part of playing football and coaching football, and you know this.
Yes, sir.
So when I say Vontaze Burfict's my linebacker coach, I'd be going, oh, damn. I mean, Vontaze Burfict? But what do you, like, how could you create the mood or the reality of who you really are, who you stand for as a coach, using this as a positive? How could you do it? How could you say it to these linebackers? Because everybody is assuming big hits, that Vontaze Burfict.
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, can't you come in and when you're teaching these guys, look, we're gonna knock people's ass off. We're gonna be physical, but we're keeping our head out of tackling.
Yeah, of course.
We're going to play
That's
with.
going to come with endos and stuff, teaching them how to tackle and film work and showing them what I want to see on film. And, keeping your head out of it, like you said, always. Keep your head up. You got to see what you're tackling, grab cloth.
We're going to play legal, man. We're going to play physical. And there's no excuse for playing clean football but not being physical.
Yes, sir.
All right? But I just have a seat. I'm just saying to you, there's a lot of this thing I think that needs to take place as you transition into coaching. Number one is, what do you stand for? What are some simple, basic things that you did as a young player that allowed you to become great? Number one, you studied football. Yeah, Number two, okay, you knew how to study football. Number three, you loved to play. You played your ass off. You know what I'm saying? And fundamentally, you took it very serious. Like your individual work, go up there and show me an individual drill that you would have me do, like an everyday drill. I call it EDDs. And erase all that. We got to do a much better job. Hey, look at, see that eye contact?
Yeah.
Burn a hole through my face. Talk to me.
Okay.
Don't talk to. Hey, you love this drill?
Yeah, this is my favorite drill right here.
Okay.
It's 4 corners. 4 corners. I get cones, put a cone right here, put a cone right here, put a cone right here, put a cone right here. And I'm standing right here. The linebacker standing in the middle. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm pretty much just going to mirror you to tell you, open 45, come down. 45 again, come down, whatever, however I want to structure it, shuffle, backpedal, whatever it is. And then obviously at the end, I'm going to throw the ball up and you come and catch it and run through.
Okay.
I like that drill because it shows me your footwork. It shows me that you can move, shows me that you turn your hips.
So how do I know if I'm shuffling, if I'm backpedal? How do I know? Like, what do I know when I backpedal?
If you don't know how to backpedal, we got problems.
No, I know, but when the drill starts, how do I know when to
I'm
go
going to
back?
out the ball. I'm going to show
Okay.
you. Backpedal, forward, shuffle.
Love it.
45.
Okay, good. Erase that thing. Teach me that drill one more time. I'm a young guy. I got to go out to practice. Say, what are we doing?
All right. We're going to come up with 4 cones right here.
First thing I would do is tell them why you're teaching it. In other words, it'll mean more to them.
Okay.
This is why we're doing this drill. It's my favorite drill. I love this drill. This is why we want to do it.
Okay. All right, guys. We're going to be doing this drill. This is my favorite drill because it teaches us how fast our feet can work, our hips, explosion, all that stuff, and then ball placement when we catch the ball at the end. You're pretty much going to start in the middle. I'm going to be standing right here with the ball, and I'm going to direct you. I'm going to be like, shuffle left, open 45. I'm going to guide the ball the whole time. 45, down, 45, shuffle. You know what I mean? Just as that. You guys get it? So then at the end, you're most likely going to be in the middle, and I'm going to tell you to break, and I'm going to throw the ball up. You're going to catch it and finish and run out.
One at a time?
One at a time. And there's going to be another line probably about right here. It's not going to be too long. It's going to probably be about like 7 seconds of quick pace.
So as our eyes are obviously, you're the quarterback.
Yes,
we're keying the quarterback
Got you.
the whole time we're going.
Yep.
And this is full speed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What do you call that drill?
I don't know what I call it.
What do you got to have a name for
Fuck.
it? Huh?
What do you call it, Coach?
What would you call
the
it?
Tasmanian drill?
Well, here's the thing. That drill does so much, but you need to. You're changing direction. You opening your hips. All right. You're reading the quarterback. You're stopping and starting. You're catching the ball. You're accelerating the ball. You're backpedaling. It teaches you all. The biggest thing about that drill is it teaches you all your movements. It's like John said. Every drill you do wants to be something that relates to what you do in the game.
Yes, sir.
And that is a quick drill to get you warmed up, to get your body movements and doing all the things you do in the game. And plus you're having to change direction. You're reading the quarterback. You're catching
like
the
my
ball.
drill?
I love your drill.
Let's give it a name like a key drill or something.
Key?
Key the quarterback drill.
Key the quarterback drill. Key drill.
I mean, is that what you're doing?
Okay.
You're keying the ball.
Yep.
What would you call that? A key drill? Some kind of key drill. Is there another drill that you would do, just off the top? If not,
I always like the form tackling. I'll show you right now how we do it. It's gonna be we're gonna have a line over here. We're gonna have one guy right here and another guy right here, 3 yards apart. We're both gonna. The reason why I like this drill is just keep your head up and your helmet out of the tackle and grab cloth. We're just gonna go in a 45-degree angle, and this dude is gonna be the tackler, and you're just gonna mirror him, take a step, mirror, and head up tackle.
under control.
Under control. Mm-hmm. It's your teammate. You don't wanna. But in the game,
We got to practice some type of tackling
yeah,
without
but in the game, I want
tackling
you to
guys.
do the same type of.
So I'm the runner.
Yeah.
I'm the probably stiff arming you, man. Okay. So my point
Pick
is,
you up, Coach.
here, have a seat. Let me show you a couple of these.
Coach got me in working out, baby.
Now this is one where you shed, get off a block, and it's a sprint tackle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me about this drill. What are we doing here?
I love it. You getting off the block, getting your hips through after the block. See his hips? Explode, hips through. Alligator. Is that an alligator tackle or what is that?
Hey, you're the linebacker coach.
I'm
What
not
do I
tackling
look
like that.
Huh?
I'm not tackling like that. Yeah, there must be no alligator tackle or something.
Well, there are different forms of tackles is what we're saying too, right? Yeah. There's close quarter tackles or alligator tackles on a quick screen, right?
See, I don't like alligator tackles.
Okay.
Because they when I did it, they said it was dirty.
Yeah. They said, everything you did was dirty. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, so go back. Forget about that for a second. This is a drill where what are we working on here?
Just getting off the blocks, explosion with your hands.
Making a sprint tackle,
Yes, sir,
whatever
making a
kind of
sprint
tackle.
Keep your hands, keep your head up.
Okay. Now, how about this thing right here? You don't need to go out there with your drill book and kill your guys. We don't need to do a key drill where you're 45 sprint, 100 of those. Okay. What's this an example of right here? Here's a guy. These are all linebackers.
Oh, it's tackling. It looks like just what I said. Oh, fumble. Yeah. Okay. Secure the tackle, and the second guy rakes at the ball. This is a good drill for the second guy that's always trying to get the ball out, especially in game situations, because it's always the second guy in the tackle that can get the ball out but doesn't rake for it.
Mm-hmm. So if you come in as a linebacker coach, one of the things we have to, it's all about the what? The ball.
All about the
we
ball.
got to get the ball
field.
carrier down, and we got to get the ball out.
Yes,
so even though we're not doing it at full speed, out of sight, out of mind, we got to make this an emphasis. What do you think, Coach Zook?
Absolutely. I mean, first guy's got to assure the tackle.
Sure the tackle.
Next guy's ripping the ball out.
Yes, sir.
What I'm asking you to do as an ex-linebacker is think about all the fumbles that you forced. You ought to just be laying, because I know you can remember several of them. And you should think of several of the fumbles that your teammates forced. Because in Cincinnati, you guys forced a lot of fumbles. But we need to formulate a drill without killing everybody. And you're not going to use my running backs to knock them down and kick the shit out of them, right? We have to have a simple way to practice it, but we need to make our point clear. Yes?
Got you.
All right.
Got you.
Now, what are we doing here? All these linebackers are stacked behind one another. Isn't this what you're talking?
Yeah, we're going over the run keys pretty much. You got to have communication on this one too. You see I think there's Brandon up at the top.
Yep.
He looked like we're in cover 3 Colt because there's 2 tight ends up there, so he's in a Colt. He has to communicate that flash to the other backer. It looked like he's trying to communicate it with his left hand. Mm-hmm. Flash, flash, flash. All the other backers flash back to the backside gaps with that flash.
My point to you is, as you orchestrate your drills, some drills go one player at a time. Yeah. And if I'm the head coach walking around and you have one guy working and 8 guys watching, I might go, hey, coach, how about getting some of these other guys involved?
I got you, guys. So
maybe we think about splitting it up where your friend linebacker or one of your guys, you get two guys going at once. But my point is, instead of just working your starting 3 linebackers, see, we got our second string linebackers in the next row and our third string linebackers in the next row. So at least we're working 9 at a time instead of 3 at a time.
Got you.
So start thinking about, I want you to just think outside the box with your drill work and having a drill.
I see what you're saying about the key because there's only one person doing it now, okay?
Well, if you're not careful in a 10-minute period, you're only getting a little shit done. And then the communication, like I see a lot of guys just bullshit communicating. Oh, hey, come on, let's go, Bobby. Hey, let's kick some ass. No. If we're going to communicate, like what are some technical communication things that your linebackers would say?
I feel like we always just say in and in, out, gone,
Write
gone,
it
gone.
Down. In and in.
In and in, out, gone.
Because what you're doing is you're just playing based on your history and your instincts. You're going in. Key off number 3. Out. What are some other communications that you would say?
Alert tendencies.
Write it down. But my point is you got to have like a Rolodex of terms that you are going to, what our communication consists of. Okay. Close left, reset, close right. I don't know, whatever they are, Vontaze, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you're going to teach me to communicate, I got to communicate just like you communicated because you're not in the game now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, what you could do is you could come in here. You know where I live. We have films. We have tons of different things that can help you make a cut up reel. You got to start working on your library.
Yeah, I do.
So when you walk into these linebackers, let me show you some examples of really good communication.
Okay.
Let me show you a couple examples of bad communication. They get coaches fired, right? We didn't get the call. We didn't get the check. Well, fuck. Well, hell. You know who gets fired? The linebacker coach. Right, Zook? So anyways, I have a ton of drills on here, and I'll give you all the drills I have. I just want you to start thinking out loud. Now, let's go up there real quick. I want to hear an over defense. I just want to start back where we were. An over defense, just a split safety coverage. Just show me the basic alignments and some of the basic communication that's going to happen.
Okay.
Right, Ron?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to go over switch check hopper. All right, over switch check hopper, close left, 3 tech, 1 tech, end. And then we're going to go just 2 linebackers because we've got 3 receivers. So we're going to go Sam, Mike, nickel. Nickel should be 4 yards inside foot because 3's away. And we could both be stack in here in the box.
What's the call?
Over switch check hopper. So we have 2 safeties up top.
So when an offense comes out, what do I say?
Close left.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, you see.
I did say that.
Close left. I like it. Okay.
Maybe
Over switch check
over switch
copper.
check hopper. Over switch check
Now,
hopper.
what happens when they get the trips? Are we checking copper?
Yes, sir. Right now we're
then-
just in regular switch because 2x2. The copper is the 3x1 switch.
Put the guy over there in trips now. The nickel comes over, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you check copper, the way I see copper, that free safety, he's keying number 3, isn't
Yes,
he?
sir. Yes, sir. If 3 goes vertical, then he has to take him. But this Mike has to jam him.
And that corner over there on the copper check, what does he need to do with his technique?
Back off.
Should he play inside because he has no what?
He has nobody inside. What you say, play inside?
I'd just say be alert because
You
we might.
you're playing quarters there,
Yeah.
right? So he's got to get inside and play either bump or play off man.
Yeah. Okay. No wonder why freaking Zim was always getting on him.
That's good. You don't need to know all that. I'm just
wondering, why is
having
he
fun
always
with
on
you,
trick?
but that's good. You remember the over switches for only 2x2, right?
Yeah.
As soon as we get into 3x1, you're checking copper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excellent.
And the copper is for this mic to let you know you do not have to go up with 3.
That's good. That's another thing you're looking at, right?
Yes.
So anyways, have a seat. I want you to play left-handed better than anybody.
Okay.
That's what the Patriots were so good at on defense. They made us play left-handed. They would take away our best receiver. They might take away this. They made you throw the ball to him. Or they made you run over there at that guy. See what I'm saying? So what you got to do is you got to say, hey, I welcome all the switch beaters you got. I would welcome you going out there in practice and throwing the best copper beaters you got at us. Runs and passes. Because now you guys got to play from behind. You got to play left-handed a little bit and limit the damage. You just don't go, oh, shit, they got us in that coverage. Right, Zucker?
Yes, sir.
So, there's another way to look at it instead of just saying we're screwed.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. That just made me have so much respect for offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators now, though.
Well, you got to use your imagination, and you got to take advantage of your time. Like Al Davis taught me as a young coach, reading, writing, arithmetic. And I looked at him, I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you just can't go in there and work on your passing game every day. You got to work on your short yardage goal line. You got to work on your backed up offense. You got to work on your blitz pickups. So many people, they forget about the whole part of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in a meeting, some of the great coaches I learned from, Vontaze, they coach more football in 30 minutes than most guys could coach in a week.
Yeah, I'm about to say you actually run out of time.
So if you have a film library, hey, I'm going to tell you guys, look at this lack of communication Cincinnati had yesterday. Hey, look at this great fucking effort played by the Seattle Seahawks. Hey, you know what? Look at this script right here. And then you go right back into today's installation. Then you're over here, you're covering this, you're covering that. Hey, let me get on. You don't have time to be pulling shit out your ass, telling stories about 1986 and all that crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, Scattaboo, he'll run right through you like a freak. Stand up here like you're standing here like you're coaching. And keep that microphone on because I want to hear this shit. Okay, put that microphone on. So now, okay, you walk in. First of all, I'll be you. I would be you. I'll just be, you sit down. I'll act like I'm you. Hey, I'm Vontaze Burfict. Everybody knows who you are. I don't need to hear about your fucking resume. I'm Vontaze Burfict. I just want everybody to know this is the most exciting time of my life, man. I fucking love this. You guys love football? You better love football. You won't last long here. We are going to do a few things every day. We're going to lead the league in effort. Because effort doesn't take any talent. We're going to bust our ass in the weight room, the classroom. We're going to bust our ass. We're going to lead the league in what? Effort. Right? Secondly, it's all about the ball. We got to find a way to get the ball back. Maybe thirdly, we got to know what to do. You have to know what your responsibilities are in coverage. You got to get involved in the kicking game, blah, 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 blah. Know what I'm saying? However, it comes from you. And they're like, man, you want these players to go, I can't wait to go back to the meeting.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, like when I was coaching quarterbacks, a lot of times, if you get Rich Gannon on the phone, he would tell you, we would grade the decision, the feet, and the throw. Okay. Give them some feedback, written feedback on it, you know, type in the things yourself. You know, hey, here's a 9 on 7 grades. You had four reps, here's your comment. You keyed it good, your communication was good, you cut the fucking edge pretty good right here, your effort was excellent. Okay. But give these guys like, man, this is the most important play in the history of practice. Okay. You know? But use your you got a great imagination. Remember some of the fucked up suits you used to wear on game day? You should have seen this guy dressing, man.
I was the best looking guy.
Oh, I'm just kidding you. But my point is you got a great imagination.
Okay.
And these players they gotta benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? I watched Bill Walsh coach one time, and there was a coach, he was just a cheerleader. Hey, come on, Bobby! Let's go, Billy! Come on, Tommy! Come on, Joe! Finally, Coach Walsh says, hey, shut the fuck up. Don't be yelling shit unless you have something technical.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Hey, backs offset weak. So run. You know, help him out, man. But you know.
Good job, Johnny.
Yeah, but you know, technical information, that's what we're after too, right, Zucker? I think another thing is when you introduce yourself too, I'm Vontaze Burfict. I had a pretty good career. But I wasn't a first-round draft choice. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I wasn't even fucking drafted.
Yeah.
You know.
Got to bring that up.
You know, I wasn't even drafted. I made it because of my work ethic, my love for football. I was on the details, man. You know. But you know, the great thing is, you got so much to offer because of your love for football, and your experience. Now, technically, let's take it to another level. How to teach it, explain it, and drill it, right? And then you use your experiences of, you know, as a positive, man. Teaching them how to tackle properly. Don't get away from this shit, man. Because once they find out that you're the linebacker coach, you know the officials are going to throw 15-yard penalties on you. Hey, there's a flag. Burfict's coaching the linebackers here. So, you know, but, you know, you got to have fun, man, coaching. You got to have fun, man. Too many people feel pressure.
Yeah.
You know, we're into applying pressure, taking advantage of this time we have on this team, man.
Yeah.
You know, the exciting part of this journey, man.
Yeah. I'm actually, just this little bit that we did, bro, I'm actually excited to go back and be with this high school.
See this board?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I was nervous to go back and be a coach, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go on the board with them. So.
Yeah, but see, you need to buy, you got those boards at your house, those little boards.
I got the big one like you have.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you know what I did? When I was with the 49ers, this is 1990. I didn't know anything about this West Coast offense. And I was totally blown away by this offensive line coach. His name was Bob McKittrick. And I would sit in his meeting, sit behind there taking notes all the time, and I would go back and I would get on the board and talk through it like I was Bob McKittrick. And I would erase it and I'd draw it again. I'd erase it and draw it again. I'd go on the road, sit on the airplane, and draw plays after plays after plays, stacking notebooks and just throwing them away, filling it.
Okay.
I still got some of my, but you got to keep talking it through all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And coming up with some unique buzzwords that maybe apply to you that you're going to use all the time. You know, like in. What does it mean? Out. You know, your little glossary of terms.
Okay.
So go up there on the board real quick again. Now let's just write down 5 or 6 words that are in your glossary of things that are going to be common communication terms. Like you said, in, close, whatever they are.
Okay.
What are 4 or 5 or 6 words? And you got to teach me these 5 or 6 words.
Okay. You already took it in.
See, I still have no idea what that means, but just write them up there.
So you want me to describe it to you or write it what in means?
Well,
We're just talking about the receivers when they come in.
well, just write up some common terms that you're going to use other than in. What are some others?
So in is communicating with the receivers. Obviously, the route concepts, what's the place called?
What's that mean?
In when okay. All right. The in call is when you have the receiver and he obviously goes in and you want to communicate to the next linebacker or safety that something's coming in or under.
Mm-hmm.
Gone call is when we're in cover 3 or something like that, and you have special, and does a vertical or flat or wheel route. You're gone. You want to communicate it to the next person to let him know that he has the next thing.
Give me an example of a gone call on the board. You got to go quick because we only have 6 minutes of meeting time.
Okay, so, we're gonna do a gone call. This is the receiver. This is the safety. He does this, you're gone. He does this, you're gone. He does this, you're gone. If he goes in, pass it through.
Got it. Okay, go ahead. What's a close call?
Center, guard, tackle, tight end, and we're gonna go close left.
Close left tells everybody where
To the
tight end is, where
Yes,
the
sir.
strength is.
Yes, sir.
And what does a close call tell the 2 tackles to do?
The 2 tackles, we're gonna have a nose and a 3 tech. The
Yes.
3 tech gonna go to the left call. The nose will go to the away from the call of 1 tech.
So if the tight end starts off on the left, it's a closed left call.
Yes, sir.
So show me where the 3 is.
The 3 tech will be right there, outside shade of the guard.
And the nose is where?
1 tech. What is it?
Or a shaded nose?
Yeah. What is it? What do you call that, Coach? When you shade it, what do you say? Stack.
G?
G or nose?
Okay, G or nose. Okay.
So the 3 goes to the close call.
Yes, sir.
That's where Warren Sapp goes. That's where Geno Atkins goes. That's where the high-priced guy goes,
sir.
man. Let's be honest.
Yes,
The
sir.
noses is run stuff. So if we see the tight end on the left, what do I say?
If we see the tight end on the left,
Yeah.
close left.
Close left, close left. Now, if he backs off the ball,
Why off? Right when he steps up. You alert the D-line.
put up Y off up there. I mean, we got to know that. That's one of the most
Right.
important calls you got, man.
Yeah.
Now, when that Y's off, we're alerting the 3 in the nose that he could go in motion.
Yes, sir.
And if he goes in motion, what happens?
You got to call move. Ah!
You got it up there. You got move up
Do
there.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
So what
So
happens
you're going
on
to give a move call, so they're pretty much going to go from an over to an under.
Okay.
So those big price guys are going to have to play the G, which they don't like.
That's right.
They're going to have this move over there and a move over there. So, but there is sometimes, Coach, that can catch you with
Comes
this.
back.
Yeah.
Now they just reset again, right? My point to you is there's a couple ways we can handle that. If that's a problem for you when you're playing, the counter motion of the tight end, you need to make sure that's
What we used to do is we used to make sure he crosses the center's butt.
okay.
Usually he's not coming back.
So again, close left, Y's off.
Why's off? Move.
Okay, good. All right, now what's stack mean?
We're in cover 3, stack, third. We call it 30. You can call it 30-32. Safety still down. We're stacking it because we have an extra man in the box. So stack Sam, stack Mike, stack Will, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? What kind of fucking thing is that to say?
Sorry.
What is a stack
This is the
call
wheel.
again?
This is the wheel right here. The stack is just a 30-30 call where we have an extra dude in the box. So you will stack. And he's stacking too.
Just remember, you're burning a hole through my face when you're talking to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Draw up a trips call, and give me an example of a gone call. No, give me an example of an in call.
Okay. Trip set. Receiver.
I do that. Erase that, because that's a horrible way to start a drawing.
Okay. You always
Start with the center.
All right.
Always start with the center. Trips. Give me an example of an in. What would make me make an in
So
call?
the in call will have to come from. It will come from these two because these two have to communicate. It's the nickel.
Which two?
And the mic.
Okay.
The nickel and the mic have to communicate because 3 is to the 2-man side and it's most likely going to be a quick switch off. So So say if this dude happens to come in like this and this dude happens to push out. So the nickel will say in and in to the mic, and he will say out, out, out to the nickel, and then obviously the nickel will take that, and he will take that, and then whatever happens backside. So that's why this guy has to be communicated to, because he can be gone too. He can be gone, but if he does go vertical, all you do is jam and sit for the next guy through, and then this mic will take the high turn in.
So stay with it one more time. The example of the in and in
It's
comes
right
from the mic.
And it comes from the nickel because the nickel is on two. So usually the in and in will come from the two side. Unless this 3 was somewhere over here, quick reaction for me, I would have to give in and in call. But usually it's from the.
Usually you're hearing
nickel,
the in and
yeah,
in.
the nickel or the sound. Yep.
So the nickel's got to be a communicator too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And most likely, what I'm usually saying is push. I'm telling them to push to the next guy.
Well, push over there. You don't even have it on your glossary. Right, push over there.
Right.
All I'm saying to you is I heard a lot of communication out of you. When I was coaching Tampa, Rondé Barber, Derek Brooks, they're great players, Hall of Famers. But they communicated, man. And we were able to switch off pass routes, man. These guys were phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
Communication is key because it makes you play fast.
But you have to use these terms over and over and over, and you got to show these players what it looks like and what it sounds like, right? Okay, have a seat. You like football still?
I love it.
Offensive coaches that you're about to play, they're going to see, hey, we get a chance to play Ty Detmer and Vontaze Burfict. I would love to come back and coach against you and wear your ass out and talk shit to you on the other side. Hey, Burfict, you better be ready. I got some unbalanced shit, man. Do you want to go be a college coach? Do you want to go get in the NFL and be a coach? I'd say if you go in the NFL, you could be one of those quality control guys. I'd hire you in a minute to do that. I was just talking to Coach Zook about that.
I kind of want to start at the bottom, even though that sounds...
Well, quality control is starting at the bottom. The big thing you got to do is you got to decide, do I really want to get up at 5:30 in the morning? And
that's easy. I'm up 4:30.
And do you want to stay? Are you willing to stay in there? And are you willing to take a few punches from the head coach who says, hey, Vontaze, these guys are jumping off sides. God dang it, Vontaze. Hey, Vontaze, these guys ain't running to the ball.
Shit, I get the ass running the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, you know, I mean, I would love having you on my staff. I know that. I know a lot of guys, if they know you're available, they feel the same way. I want to get into this.
Polly G.
This is double A's. You get into third down passing situations. You got a 3 technique here. You got a 3 technique there. You got your 2 ends, and you got 2 linebackers in the A gaps.
I love it.
Okay, I see how you're sitting on top of your chair. You love lining up right there with them, right? I mean, you guys absolutely love this.
I love it.
Now, what was this huddle called?
Split.
You called this split.
You called it split.
Now, what I remember was you would be listening to the center's calls. You would be listening to the quarterback's calls. And as soon as you would go over there on the sidelines, you'd be saying, hey, they make a Ringo call. They made a Lucky
How you
call.
know that?
I know
Fuck,
you.
you know.
But I want you to teach me a little bit about this alignment and what you loved about the double A.
This one like called split west because the safety's coming down.
Don't even give me all the calls yet.
So, well, what are you saying? What am I identifying right here?
No, this formation where you're in double A, so your split look.
Yeah.
What was it?
We usually call it on third downs.
And what did you guys love about it so much?
That the center had to make a good responsibility now, ASAP, fast, because we're, 1 yard away from him. Mm-hmm. He had to identify who's coming and who's not coming. And when he does identify who's coming, we flip it.
So a lot of times, like if he made a Ringo call and you knew he was coming here and you knew the back was going to be able to cross key over to this guy, right? You might make a call to this linebacker and say, hey, they're setting their protection. They're coming this way because you heard those R words. You might say opposite, opposite, opposite. Now he might come with this guy. Am I right?
Yes, sir. For him, when he wants me to go, he says devil. When I wanted him to go, I think I say Aggie or something like that.
See, now we're into a whole new world. But I think when you're talking about, see how you lit up when you saw this? Yeah. We don't get to rush the passer until we do what?
Stop the run.
We got to stop the run. And I don't care whether you like it or not. Sometimes you guys got to do the things you don't like to do so we can do what we like to do. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what I was saying here is there's so many, you guys had palms check white.
Palms check white.
You'd play palms versus 2x2, and you'd play 3 deep, 3 under, check white
Yes, sir.
versus 3x1.
Yes, sir.
So all I was hoping is you would come up here on this board. Me and Mike are new linebackers here. So go up there, and I want you to just teach me the split alignment. I don't want to get into palms, check, white, west, shit, all that.
All right,
just
I got
teach us, erase that. Teach me and Mike, we're both linebackers. Where to go. I know where to go and over with the close calls and all that.
So split west, we're going to do end, 3 tech, nose, end. Oh, I'm tripping.
Both 3 techniques.
Yeah, both 3 techniques. And then I'm going to go Mike right here as a split and the dime right here as a split as well.
So who's the dime, Mike? Me or Mike?
So I'm the Mike. Because I'm always to the 3 receiver side of the passing string.
Mike is always to the passing string.
Yes, sir.
Dime, you go away from the passing
Passing
string.
string. Yes, sir.
Okay. But anyways, we're in split. That's the alignment, right?
Yeah, split. With these
Mike
2 guys.
always goes to the 3 receiver.
Yes, sir.
Tell Mike, because he doesn't know.
So this is the Mike, and this is the passing string. So we're in split west. Whenever we're in split, you always go to the passing string. So if this dude was over here, that's the passing string, you would be on that side. So you're always on the 3 receiver side. If it is 2 receivers, you're on the 2 receiver side.
Okay, good. Now, when we're in there, in that alignment right next to the center, what are we doing? What are we listening to?
We're listening for the pass protection from the center to the quarterback. They usually give a Ringo, lucky call, whatever it is. They have to set their pass protection, and then we communicate it between us because we always try to get that free rusher on the running back rather than the center because we feel like our backers can beat the running back if he's blocking us.
And just teach us the number 1 fire zone that you would run if you were installing it in a trips formation. It's white coverage. It's going to be 3 deep zone, 3 underneath. I want to know your number 1 blitz combination that you would install.
In this one?
In this one, yes.
It'll be split west, palms, check white.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's see the
and
blitz.
we'll be in white because it's a 3x1. White, 3x1, 2x2 is palms.
Okay.
And we go like this to communicate to everybody. Palms.
So right here, what's the signal for white?
I don't know what we did. I don't
Okay.
remember. I
All
kinda
right.
wanna
We'll
lie
come
to
up
you.
with a signal.
Freaking.
Okay. Give it to him.
So white, palms. All right. So with 3x1, we're in white. So we're in the call is split west, palms, check white. The west stands for weak. Right. So we're always trying to come from the weak side. So the safety that will come down and the dime will blitz. That's what we'll try to get. But if they identify him, then I will go and he would drop off. You get that? So it's a weak side protection, but if they identify him, if they identify our protection, our blitz.
Don't
then
get
I
ahead
go.
of us yet.
Oh,
Don't get ahead of me yet.
What's your head?
Erase the whole fucking thing. No, the whole thing. Erase it all. No, you're really way too smart for me. Let's just go, okay? All that shit up at the top, gone. All that green shit. Okay, let's go. We got a trips formation, and your huddle call was split west, right?
Yeah, split west,
Palms,
palms,
check
check
white.
white. Split west, palms, check white. Ready?
Good. I want to see the top blitz that you're going to run in that call.
Okay.
Not the audible by you. I just want to see the number 1 4-week blitz because you said it's weak.
Yeah, but you said not to check though.
Yeah, let it rip. I don't want you to hear the center going one. I just want to see what the blitz looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. Who's coming in this?
These two backers are the safety and the backer is coming weak.
And what's going on the other side?
They're still blitzing. This nickel's out here playing white. He's playing seam pretty much. If he goes out, up, verticals. If he goes in, you can pass it. And this dude is playing pretty much hook off of 3.
What's that mean?
Hook off of 3, which is this guy. So you're just pretty much just playing inside of him. You got him 5 yard out. If he goes up the field, the safety has him. If he goes in, you pretty much got to take him, pretty much.
Okay. Now
The
what's
back's
going
going
on?
to stay because they've got the blitzes.
Don't you have an end dropping over there?
Yeah.
Well, what the
End's
fuck?
dropping.
I mean, you're killing
Hands dropping.
it.
I'm dropping middle.
I mean, you're the linebacker coach, and I'm
But
sitting there
honestly,
coaching
I
you.
cheated this. I cheated that play a lot. I cheated a lot because that back never comes out. I'm not going to go off the back, and they never threw the sight. They always try to
Erase it. Erase it. You're dealing with, we're not coaching against NFL Drew Brees type quarterbacks. All we're doing is installing the premise of
hit me with the split west, though. I haven't
split
in
west.
8 years.
I want split west, palms, check, white. Just to review it, they come out in trips, we're checking white, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just show me the 4-week blitz and what the defensive end does when he drops and what the Mike does. I mean, hell, there's a lot going on here. It's a very,
much.
Go
Too
ahead.
much. All right, so split west, palms, check white. We're 3-by-1. We're going to check white. All right, so the two people that's blitzing are the safety and this dude. Okay?
The dime,
Offense.
dude.
The dime, yeah. The end has off of 3. The nickel's off of 2. The backer is off of 2. Weak, but he's not going to come out usually unless it's a screen or something fast to him because he has to stay for protection. And that backer is hot off 2. You can play with it a lot because they can't throw a sight, but rarely.
So what do you do as the Mike?
I usually look at the quarterback because I usually try to help my end. My end has his hand in the dirt, coming up from a 3-point stance. Try to get a jam on him. He's already out leverage.
If that tight end runs a shallow cross, who's got him?
Yeah, I do. This is the part too that he has to communicate, which he's not used to communicating because he's a defensive end. So I always communicate to him. Hey, communicate if it's an under. You got to boom to the next sin window.
Could happen, right?
Yes, sir.
Why he runs a shallow cross quite a bit.
Two's coming in too as well.
So, see how much better I got more knowledge the second time.
Yeah.
Now the third time I'm going to get more knowledge.
That's what
Right?
you're
But
saying.
see, when you first
That's what you're
installed
saying.
it, you
That's
had
what you're saying.
first time you installed it, you had the end rushing, and you had the fucking you had the I can't remember. You had the audible. You were going to switch it because the center went the other way, right? Huh?
Center identified him.
Yeah. But my point is, you love this split thing, right?
Yeah, I do love it.
Okay, now go back and just teach me, and draw in the 3 techniques too on the outside shoulder of the guards, so it's a better presentation. And just draw in the outside shade of that guard, like color it in. Yeah, just like that. See, that to me says something.
Okay.
Now draw your Mike and your dime. Don't say dudes. There's a Mike and a fucking dime. Okay, put the nickel out there and put the free safety on the line of scrimmage because honestly, Reggie Nelson was fucking right there.
You got to show it.
Okay, so that's a better drawing for me because it looks like cover 0.
Yeah.
Put the corners out there, and really, the strong safety, Iloka, he'd be on top of the tight end like he was actually playing 0.
I feel like the local was way back there.
Well, maybe it wasn't George, but my point is, it could look like
I see
0.
what you're saying now. Yeah,
And on the snap of the ball,
Yeah.
I want to play 3 deep, 4 under with
Okay.
the safety, the weak safety playing the flat, and the nickel playing the flat. You guys buzz to the hooks.
Okay.
So show me 4 sky or whatever. What was that coverage called?
Sky out of this.
I mean, the first thing we can do, Vontaze, is we can call split
bluff 3J.
split bluff 3J.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what does it look like when the ball's snapped? We don't have to blitz every time we're up there.
No, we don't.
So show me and Mike what we could.
Split bluff 3J is obviously he's booming out to is it curl flats? Curl flats. This dude's heavy off 3 outside shoulder because you can get beat on the wide stick, which is this. So we need you to really get there ASAP. All on the snap.
What's the dime do?
The dime is over center of the ball, vision on the quarterback, break on the ball. And this dude is special off of the back. Special off the back means you have him on the out, up, in, pass him along.
What's the corner got? The man
Inside, wait, is it? It becomes man though. Let's look at the corners.
cover? Nobody knows 3J but you and Paul Gunther. And now I'm finding out not even you know it.
I
The
really
point
don't know.
is this.
The backside corner is just playing man to me, I feel like.
Okay, let's just say this. Erase the defense. Leave the offense up there. You got to go fast because me and Mike, we got beer to drink.
Let's go.
Now you got the 2-3. See how you drew those
Yes,
in
sir.
there?
Yes, sir.
I love that. Every time you draw an
Okay.
over defense, every time you draw your defenses, I would like him to start drawing those shades.
It made me feel different when I put it in there too.
Yeah. So now you put your split front up there real quick with the free safety down.
Dime.
You call
backer,
this. Yep.
And the end.
Yep, put the nickel over there in the corner and the free. Now, the first thing we can do, all right, we can bluff the blitz and listen to their communication. I mean, you and I are up in there. You hear the Ringo call. I hear the Lucky call. We know what happened. So we're gaining information. We don't necessarily have to bring 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But I've seen you guys play just cover 3. Free safeties in the middle, nickels in the flat. You guys are playing cover 3.
Yes, sir.
The other thing I saw you do, let's just say this is Antonio Brown over here. I know you guys like each other. I love AB. That's why I put you guys on the same team. I saw this guy, he comes in half, and this guy's playing man under. They doubled his ass. And he cuts over here, and they play man under here, man under there, and you come out and man a tight end. They play cover 2 man over there, and they slice the X. You remember doing that? Yeah.
Wait, was that playoff game?
What do I look
I
like?
think that was
fucking
I think that was a playoff
encyclopedia?
game. But tell me why it is though.
Huh?
That was me jamming him. You remember that, huh?
The point is, where's my mic?
I love Coach.
The point is this: we can play multiple coverages without even blitzing.
Yeah.
So here's where Zimmer got me, is every time we see that split look, we're thinking 58 protection. We go to max pro. All of a sudden, you guys are playing 3 deep zone. All of a sudden, you're playing 2 and you're slicing the X. All of a sudden, you're playing this, you're playing that. And now I got no tight end in the route, and I got my back end.
You got 3 receivers.
And you guys are knocking me out with Carlos Dunlap and Gino. But my point is, there's a multitude of things. Listen, things that start off looking the same that are different. The illusion of pressure is just as good as pressure to me sometimes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
I got to do a lot of practicing.
Yeah, you're going to have great credibility because of who you are. Guys are going to like, man, Vontaze Burfict's my linebacker coach. How cool would that be? Hey, we got Vontaze Burfict. You got Jon Gruden. I got Vontaze Burfict. I'd rather be coached by him. You're going to have a lot of credibility. But if you walk in there, I'm just telling you, with a drill book, with the ability to get on the board and explain this stuff, and you can look them in the eye and communicate with them, you're unstoppable. You'll be and really you're way ahead of the game anyway because of who you are and what you've experienced, you know?
Okay. Now I'm going to start getting on the boards and make sure I'm starting writing, stuff down, pass protection, stuff that I need to reiterate to the kids. Because preparation is something I struggle with.
Well, your routine.
Or I think I will over prep too much and then I'll get in there and blow my head. You know what I mean?
I think what you got to do is you just ought to get a routine going.
Okay.
If you get one thing out of here, your routine has to change now.
Okay.
It's the accumulation of knowledge that's a powerful thing.
Okay.
Every fucking day every day you're accumulating knowledge. You're either accumulating it or you're not. But you got to have access to tape.
Yeah.
You got to get on the board, right? You got to go out on the field. You got to walk through some of your drills. You're always getting better.
Yeah.
You go over to Arizona State, you fly down to Florida, you go see Zimmer, you go see Gunther, you go with the Bengals, you walk in, people love you.
Okay.
Go back to the Raiders, Mark Davis would love you.
Okay.
You're Vontaze Burfict, man. Take advantage of the time that you have to get ready.
Okay.
I was always thinking this, inevitably, catch this, someday someone's going to toss you the chalk. They're going to say, get up there and teach me over, switch,
You can do it.
alert,
Okay.
copper.
Okay.
And if you go up there and you, this dude's here and that dude's there, you ain't getting the job.
Okay.
But if you go up there and you draw the shades in and you're saying, hey man, you spill this, you do this, blah, blah, over the top, I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
So come down here, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome here. You know that.
Yeah.
This is like,
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the best.
just don't move in here permanently.